everybody. Welcome to Live at 5 on Wednesday, June the 22nd. And we have a special guest for you today.
Lilla Crawford of the New York Spectacular.
So let's whip through the news.
Former Annie. Yes, let's whip through
Whip through the news.
Fun
Home.
Fun Home's closing.
September the 10th.
You have the summer left to see the Tony-winning musical Fun Home.
So get there. It's a very interesting theatre circle in the square, so we wonder what's going to go in. Natasha Pierre would have fit perfectly in there because it's in the round, but they've already announced the Imperial and they're redoing the Imperial, so I don't think that's going to be happening. So we'll see what's going to go into.
We don't know. It is sad.
Going to go into that venue.
Hello guys, welcome.
Hello. Broadway for Orlando, #1 on iTunes today.
Featuring Lilla Crawford of the New York Spectacular. Do you hear her, everyone?
And they're also on Maya and Marty last night.
Yes, that's right.
Amazing. So that's up on the site, so have a look at that. Aaron Tveit, Broadway boyfriend.
It was like a fake out because Rory O'Malley came out and started singing "Turn It Off," and then no, it's Aaron Tveit singing "I'm Alive."
So that's on the site.
He's so alive.
It's in 360 degrees.
That's not of hotness.
That's a lot of hotness going on.
That means they did it so you can.
And interestingly, Rory is taking over for Lynn, hosting Ham for Hams, because of course Lynn is departing Hamilton on July the 9th.
So he's going to do it from now on. Interesting. I didn't realize that.
Yeah. So there's also another that Boy.com show is up.
It's there.
You can
watch it.
Best fabulous joke.
Did they make a joke?
I was having to say Javier's surname from Hamilton.
Munoz.
Yeah.
Everyone can do it. Munoz.
Yeah. That was me. But Broadway Barks. Bernadette is co-hosting this year with Gloria Estefan. That's happening on July the 30th. Mm-hmm. The Tony nominating committee. Forget about last year now.
So everyone that joins the committee to nominate Tonys serves a 3-year term. So there's some new people that came on: Paul Rudnick, Michael John LaCusa, Jessica Stone.
It's interesting. So have a look. They have a very obviously critical pivotal role in the Broadway season. There are 51,
they determine our lives.
51 of them this year, so it's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, Brian Batt and Josh Young, Broadway vets obviously, have joined Grey Gardens in LA. This is the production being led by Betty Buckley. A lot of rumours that it could come to New York in some capacity, so we're keeping an eye on that production.
If we can have a Spring Awakening revival, we can have a Grey Gardens revival.
Exactly.
I'm just saying.
Leading odds and ends today, Sutton Foster takes us around her New York apartment.
And it's really cool because I forgot his name. Maybe you guys remember. The designer, Mike, I don't know. He does a lot of dressing rooms, and he did Leslie Odom Jr.'s, and he did Lupita's.
I didn't realize that.
He did Danielle Brooks and Saquon and all kinds of cool people. So he did a great job with her apartment.
The apartment looks beautiful. It
Sutton
takes you right round.
Yeah, you get to
right
go
round.
everywhere.
Like everywhere. They go into the bedroom and everything. It's amazing.
Someone says Sutton is queen, and I agree.
Yeah, absolutely. You also see her 2 Tonys.
That's right, Jeffrey. That's why I said that.
We love it. Hello, Jeffrey. Good to see you. Tom Hollander, this is interesting, is to lead Tom Stoppard's Travesties at the Chocolate Factory in London, which is where, of course, Colour Purple Revival started out, and all sorts of other amazing shows. Mm-hmm. Now, Tom Hollander was just seen in The Night Manager with Tom Hiddleston, and I know you all know who Tom Hiddleston is now.
We do.
Yes. So we'll see what happens with that. I've never seen Travesties. Have you? It was Tony winning. It did win the Tony back in the day.
Yeah.
Okay, Bryan Cranston, speaking of Tony winners, is set for Power Rangers. And don't think this is a surprise. Apparently he was a Power Ranger in the 1990s. I know, who knew?
I wasn't born yet.
No, me either. Anyway, that's going to be out on March 24th in 2017. There's also a sneak peek of Runaways in Odds and Ends today.
And Encores, that Runaways.
Yeah, and sad news. Bobby Cannavale's Vinyl on HBO was announced to be renewed, and now it's been cancelled. They're not going to do a second season.
Disappointing.
So he has to come back to Broadway now.
There you go.
Absolutely. All right, Beth. I'm going to leave.
Bye.
Bye.
Lilla Crawford. Ladies and gentlemen. Lilla Crawford, come sit down.
What?
Ladies and
wow,
gentlemen.
this is fancy. Hello.
She gets jazz hands.
Yay. That
Lilla
was very
Crawford,
fancy.
She's very sophisticated. She's given us
Thank you.
She's given us a statement. There are a lot of options here. I chose the applause option, and you chose the breaking glass.
I chose the baking. It seemed interesting.
It's a good, it's good.
Your last thing.
Yes, she's all grown up. That's right, Max. She's all grown up. She's wearing a statement necklace. She's got some fashion happening.
Yes.
She's got some beautiful situation with the hair. This is our Simply Red vlogger. That's how I think of you.
I know.
She's our Annie.
I remember that. Simply Red. Yeah, that was very fun.
You guys can go back and watch that. It still exists.
Yeah, it
But
does.
now you're at Radio City Music Hall.
I know.
What a house to play, right?
It's big.
It's
big.
So tell us about the New York Spectacular, because I haven't seen it yet. It just started.
Yes, just started. Tomorrow's our opening night. So yes, we're very excited.
Lots of cool celebrities coming tomorrow.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know who's coming.
I got the list.
Ooh.
I didn't memorize the list, but I did get it. But I did see it last year, and there's some elements from the Spring Spectacular last year that will be part of this.
Yes.
Like Welcome to New York.
Yes, because that was choreographed by Mia Michaels last year, who is now the director for
Amazing.
Yeah, the whole
Cool.
thing this year.
So, and also Douglas Carter Bean, who we all love, wrote it. So tell me the story, because last year it was like Easter Bunny stuff. It was more spring. This is more general, I think.
Yes, this is more focused on New York rather than like spring. Yes, so it's about two kids who get separated from their parents on the subway. And
That's terrifying.
It's my worst fear, and it like actually happens in the show. So then the two kids have to go on an adventure all around New York City to try and find them. And along the way, they see a lot of like famous sights, and there's a lot of yes, and there's a lot of magic involved. And the Rockettes do a couple numbers. No big deal. But,
Of course.
yeah.
No big deal. Yeah. How are those Rockettes treating you?
Oh, they're so nice. They're so sweet.
Nice, talented, and
they're
the same
so sweet. I
height.
think there's like 36 of them, right? Yeah. There's a lot of them, and they're all so nice.
And they do Singing in the Rain again.
Yes. A lot of the places.
Fan favorite.
Yes, a lot of the places that were featured in the show last year they've brought back. So like there's the Met. That whole Met thing, and really cool. Singing in the Rain too, and the LED jackets and the fashion number. But it's all like different music.
The costume designer.
Yes,
He's the best.
yeah,
He's the best.
Emilio, yeah, he's super cool. He's doing a great job. But
wait, we have so many questions we have to get to.
Oh,
we have so many questions, Lilla. All right,
what
first
are
of all,
the
we
little
have to
dots?
talk
Oh, those are the hearts.
Love.
Okay.
It's just you're like, why are there? Yeah, it's
They're
love.
just kind of floating around.
So you were part of Broadway for Orlando. What was that like?
Oh, it was so
You were in the
so
room
much
with a
fun.
lot of really fancy people.
I know. I was like, what am I doing here? But no, it was that was really special. It was really, really special that we were all kind of able to come together like that and just
now
sing.
you're #1, is that right?
Yeah, I just heard
That's
about it.
really amazing.
Yeah.
And such a great
We're
thing
all
that people
so
are buying
excited.
it because
Yes.
it goes
All of the
toward a great
proceeds
cause.
go to the GLBT Center in Orlando,
in
Florida. So, yes. It's not LGBT, it's GLBT. That is correct.
That's
I'm
how
not doing it wrong.
That's
That's
how they do it
correct.
there. That's how they do it there.
Yeah, but we're very it's just so great that everyone's kind of
Who were you most fangirling about? Because there were a lot of people there.
Everyone. There were a lot of people there. Oh, I was standing next to Cheetah Rivera on Maya and Marty,
Okay,
and that was
it doesn't get
crazy.
better than that. Doesn't get better.
We
than
were both
Cheetah.
wearing red, which was great.
Because you're like soul sisters.
I know that was amazing. I don't know. It was just everyone. Like everyone was so. It was just so incredible how many people wanted to do this, and it was so last minute too. So last minute. Like we all got a text like late at night being like, "Hey, let's do this tomorrow." Like it was very
really nice
super last minute, and it was so. Carol King, she didn't do Maya and Marty, but she did the recording. Carol King, that was like crazy.
Over?
Yeah.
People want to know if you were to do a live TV musical.
Oh, like the NBC one.
Yeah. What would you want to do?
Oh, that's hard. I don't know.
And someone else is asking your dream show. That's almost the same thing. One would be on TV though.
Dream show. I go back and forth between like all of the. Every time I have I see a show and like it's like my favorite, then I just say it's my dream role. But I
the last thing you saw.
Yeah, I love when I saw Sideshow. I was obsessed with that, and so I wanted
I think we've all
to
gone
be.
through a Sideshow.
Yeah, I wanted to be one of the twins. I like Violet. I don't know. It's so hard. I love theater, and I would really just do anything. Just give me something, and I'll do it. Just call me up. I'll do it. I just love doing it.
People want to know. Oh, someone says you should be medium Allison. She's only 15. Give her some time. That's a college age. Beauty and the Beast.
And that's closing now.
Yeah, at the end of the summer.
But it's going on tour.
What was
right?
What was the best thing about playing Annie?
The best thing.
It was your vlog, wasn't it?
Yeah,
It was
definitely.
the vlog.
Definitely.
I thought so.
But then number 2 would be it was just so, it's like when I look back on it and like when I reflect on it, it was just a bunch of like craziness. Like every day was like a crazy day of like doing something. And I honestly think it was just like, it was meeting people and just making friends and like being with the cast of the show. And like, I still have so many friends.
Bryn O'Malley and all
yes,
those
and
people.
like Sadie saying, because they're like my best friend ever. And so I think it's just like it's just everything, like everything. Yeah, but definitely I'm like super social. So definitely like getting to be friends with a bunch of people.
Oh,
meeting
yeah.
people. Yeah.
People, you know, I have to ask, because everyone's asking, everybody wants to be Annie when they're little, and everyone wants to have a tip. What's your number 1 tip for people who want to get into theater?
Number 1 tip. Learn how to work with a dog. No.
What's the tip to work with a dog? Have treats in your pocket.
Treats in your pocket. Treats in your pocket. I had chicken in my
comes up
pocket,
again.
kibble, you know, dog treats, everything. My pockets
Number
were
1
like,
tip for
I would have
getting
to shake
into
them out.
acting is to have dog treats in your pocket.
Yes.
Remember that, everyone.
The
That's a good
casting
lesson for
directors
you.
will love it. They will love it. Yes, just smell the whole room up
There you go.
with the dog food.
Someone says you'd be an amazing Ariel in The Little Mermaid.
Ooh, yeah, I used
She's
to.
going to say yes to everything. So
I
yes.
will. I literally will say yes to everything. I used to, it was my goal to be a Disney princess, like in a show.
Mm-hmm.
And that seems, that would be really fun.
That'd be a good one.
The Little
That
Mermaid's
wig.
so fun.
The wig is amazing.
Yeah.
The wig, the seashell.
Yeah.
Outfit. You know what
Yeah.
I mean. Yeah, everyone's asking about Annie because Annie was such a big deal.
Yeah.
And you moved here, didn't you, for that? Or did you move here
No,
before
I
that?
was here. I did Billy Elliot before that.
Oh, that's right.
On Broadway. So I moved here for that because I'm from California.
Yes.
And then I moved here for that. And then I've just kind of been here because, it works out for me here. I guess.
Do you have an Into the Woods story for us?
Oh my gosh, there's so many here. Let's see. Oh, well, I was just telling this story recently. Meryl had these like long blue nails that were like stick-ons.
Oh,
they
cool.
were fake. And in the part when the giant is stomping around and we're all kind of, it's like almost like the whole cast is there. They had these big wind machines to simulate like if a big giant was coming and was like blowing everything away. And the wind was so strong that her nails kept flying off. Like they weren't.
The wind was.
The wind was
her
making
nails.
her nails fly off, and they would like disappear. And after every take, we would all kind of like go on the ground and try and dig them up and find them. And it was hilarious because it was like all these like famous people like Emily Blunt and Meryl Streep and James Corden are all like on the floor like trying to find the nails, like digging up through all the dirt, trying to find them.
That's amazing. I love it.
Yeah.
I love that image of you guys on the floor.
Yeah, it's funny, right? Yeah, that was fun. Also, they had these cannons. So the part where the tree falls over, when we finally kill the giant, they had these leaf cannons, and it was a cannon, and it would blow out just leaves and dirt, and it would like come, and Anna and I had to run through it. And we couldn't see. We were like, ah! And the leaves and the dirt it was getting in our eyes. And if you watch that part back, it's like
Show
right
business
after
is so glamorous.
right?
They spray dirt at you.
Yeah, it's like right after the tree falls, and we're like running, and we're like Jack, because we lost the Jack and the baker. And you can see we're kind of like, Jack, where are you? And we can't see. We were like blinded with dirt.
Tripping over little blue nails. And
Right?
There's a lot going on.
Yeah, it was a
A
lot
lot
going on.
People want to know if you want to be in NBC's Hairspray Live.
Oh, I would love to, of course. That sounds amazing. I don't know, because usually they hire like adults to be the kids. That's like kind
That's
of
true.
same with like Grease and everything. It's usually
Yeah, those
like
are some 30-year-old teenagers.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like
That's
definitely
true.
like a 30-year-old teenager situation. So yeah, maybe when I'm older, but no, that sounds amazing.
You have a big career ahead of you. You have a big career behind you.
Yeah.
You have a lot going on. All right, so because we've got to wrap up, but because you're in the New York Spectacular, tell us your favorite New York hotspots.
New York
New York monuments or places people should visit. Because a lot of people just come in, they want to see a show, so they'll go see it at Radio City.
That's why
It's just a gorgeous place to visit.
Yes, it's a beautiful theater. It's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
And gigantic.
Gigantic. It's a huge transition from doing like small Broadway
Yeah.
houses.
How many seats is it?
6,000
Wow.
seats.
Wow.
6,000.
So, like,
and
the
the
biggest-
stage is the same size as a city block.
Yeah.
And I run a lot. The boy Vincent and we run a lot, and it's like almost like running a city block over and over. So we technically run like
You need
40
like
blocks in the
Fitbit
whole
on.
right.
And see
I
how
want
many
to
steps
and
you're
see how many
taking.
steps. Okay, New York Hotspots. So I love seeing shows. Like that's one of my favorite things to
Broadway,
do.
number
Broadway. Every time like a friend or something comes into town, I always ask them like, what Broadway shows have you seen? What Broadway shows are you seeing? Like that is my number one favorite thing to do. That's what I would recommend to tourists, of course. But I love going to Central Park. That's such a great one, and
That's a
like
good one.
having ice cream in Central Park.
Classic.
Yeah, classic. But
Especially in
Broadway
the summer.
shows, which
Yeah.
is
It's good. Times Square, basically.
Times
Around
Square.
Broadway. And then you go up to Central
Square.
Park, get some.
Times Square is so annoying. Now that I live here, I mean, when I first came here, I was like, Times Square is so amazing.
Now you're
And now
like,
it's like,
"Get out of my
get out of
way."
my way. I have to go to the theater.
Another Elmo, another day.
Another Elmo, another day.
Yes,
That's
I
a
know.
great saying.
And someone's asking for science if you're left-handed.
No, I'm right-handed.
Okay, science is now
I'm
they-
right-handed.
Now they know. Now they know.
Isn't like most of the United States presidents have been left-handed?
Yes, it's presidents and serial killers. Now you know.
Well, thank you for
You're
joining. I
welcome.
know.
You guys, go see the New York Spectacular. See Lilla Crawford,
Yay.
one of our favorite early vloggers.
Yeah.
Okay, so last question. Your all-time
last
favorite
question.
musical.
My all-time favorite musical. So I like to say Chorus Line because that I loved at a very, very young age. Like that was my favorite Broadway show when I was like 6 years old. But I recently saw The Color Purple, and I'm not even kidding you. It is up there on the top 10
Cry
of
your
my
eyes out.
favorite.
Cry my eyes
It
out.
was like one of the most amazing things I've ever seen.
Those are two amazing choices. All right, you guys, we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Yay!
Thanks,
Bye.